7 students, today we are going to go through some typical chemical changes. So in this video I am going to explain that. You know that your chapter is going on physical and chemical changes. So today my discussion is on some typical chemical changes, some particular chemical changes which I am going to explain you in detail. First is rusting. What is rusting of iron? You might have seen nowadays, because now it is rainy season, any object which is made up of iron, if it is kept exposed outside your home or it is kept somewhere where it is coming in contact with water, you might have seen a brown color deposition, reddish brown color deposition over the iron object. That reddish brown color deposition is known as rust, and the formation of rust is known as rusting. So this is one type of chemical change. How can you say that it is chemical change? Because once the rust has been formed, if you just remove the rust by using sandpaper, you can collect it somewhere. You cannot convert the rust into the iron again. It is not possible to change the rust into iron. And I am saying it is a chemical change because rust is totally a new substance. Its chemical composition is totally different from the iron. You will learn in higher classes about the symbols of the elements. Now also you came to know about some of the symbols, that is you are familiar with the symbols of some of the elements. That is in class 6 also you have learned the chemical equation for photosynthesis. There you have learned that water is denoted by a formula H2O, where H stands for hydrogen, O stands for oxygen. Similarly, you know that C stands for carbon, N stands for nitrogen. Some common elements and their symbol you have already learned. Today about rusting, I have written a chemical equation, so you have to learn something more. Iron is having the symbol Fe. Iron is denoted by a symbol Fe. Although iron, I-R-O-N, do not contain F. From where this Fe name came or symbol came? Latin name of iron is not iron. Latin name of iron is something else. From there the symbol Fe has arrived. The symbol of iron is Fe due to the Latin name of iron. The definition of rusting I have written: the formation of brown powdery material on the surface of iron in the presence of moist air. This one you have to remember properly. Moist air is called corrosion or rusting of iron. Another new word you are coming across, that is corrosion. It is also known as corrosion or rusting. Actually corrosion word can be used for other metals also. Rusting is a special type of corrosion. Corrosion means eating away or wasting away the upper layer of any metal, that is called corrosion. Other than iron, some other metals, suppose silver, copper, if they are going to be exposed at the atmosphere, then the upper layer of the metal is going to be eaten away or it is going to be eroded, and that process is known as corrosion. In case of iron, a special name of corrosion has been given, that is called rusting, and the brown powdery deposition over the iron is known as rust. So what is happening during corrosion? During corrosion, iron is chemically reacting with moist air. Moist air means the air in which moisture is there. Moisture means presence of water vapor. Air is a mixture where you can find oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, helium, other gases. But during rusting, iron reacts with oxygen along with water vapor. In the air, it only reacts with oxygen and water vapor. So the chemical reaction of iron with oxygen and water vapor gives you a new chemical. Name of that chemical is hydrated iron 3 oxide, and that is only known as rust. So I have forgotten to write down the name of this one. This one is known as hydrated iron 3 oxide. Hydrated iron 3 oxide. This is actually the chemical name of rust. So iron is the symbol, Fe is the symbol of iron. Fe is the symbol of iron. 4 molecules of iron react with 3 molecules of oxygen. O is the symbol of oxygen. O2 means 2 atoms of oxygen combined together, and water react together. X means it can be any number. It depends upon the presence of moisture in a particular place. If the amount of humidity is more, then X will be more. If the amount of humidity is less, then X will be less. So it is not a particular number. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. When these 3 substances are chemically going to react with each other, then the new compound formed is having formula 2Fe2O3.XH2O. Fe2O3 means oxide of iron. Oxide of, this is iron oxide combined with water. Its common name is rust, RUST, and chemical name is hydrated iron 3 oxide. You will learn in detail about this in higher classes, that why it is 3 or why the name is like this. At present you have to only remember the name. In higher classes you will learn how to write down the name. So my topic is chemical changes. So I have just explained that rusting of iron is a typical chemical change in which a totally new substance is going to form with totally different property, and you cannot get back the original iron by any physical method. Next is burning of a candle. This is also very important and you have to learn it very carefully. Burning of candle, it is associated with both physical and chemical change. If you write burning of candle as only chemical change, your marks will be deducted. Burning of candle is associated with both physical and chemical changes. How it is physical change? You have seen the candle. So candle is made up of wax. You might have seen that the middle portion of the wax, there a cotton wick is inserted. Okay, so when you are going to burn that cotton wick, what happens in the beginning? The solid wax, it is going to melt first. So melting of wax, that is a physical change, that is conversion from one state of matter to another state, changing solid into liquid state. Melting means changing solid into liquid state. So when you have just started burning the candle, in the beginning the solid candle will change into liquid one, that is wax will melt, that is a physical change. After some time, due to capillary action, the liquid will rise in the wick and then it will start burning, and that burning is a chemical change, because after burning it will be converted into water vapor, smoke, and the cotton, it will be changed into black, it will be charred and it will change into black colored powdery substance. Those substances you cannot combine together to get back the candle again. So it is a chemical change, totally new substances are going to form. So what you have to remember, that whenever you are going to get a question that what is burning of candle, whether it is physical or chemical change, you have to write that burning of candle is both physical and chemical change. Similarly, burning of LPG, starting from coming of the LPG from the cylinder to gas stove and then burning, it also involves two processes, that is both physical and chemical process. Inside the cylinder, petroleum gas is present in the liquid form, that's why its name is LPG. LPG means liquefied petroleum gas. So when you are just switching on the knob of the stove, first the liquid changes into gaseous state and then come through the pipe. So this conversion of liquid to gaseous state, that is a physical change. When it is going to burn, then that is a chemical change. So there also physical and chemical both processes are involved. Third one is curdling of milk. That means conversion of milk into curd. So you might have seen that certain specific conditions are required for the conversion of milk into curd, because chemical changes are associated with having some particular condition. Once the curd has been formed, it cannot be converted into milk again. So it is a chemical change, because totally new substance with new chemical properties, with new composition has been formed. Next is digestion of food. The food that we are eating, once it has been digested, it has been converted into various forms. That means during digestion, chemical reaction occurs, and due to that chemical reaction, energy is produced. That energy is used for the life processes to continue. To survive, there are lots of life processes that are necessary. The life processes include respiration, excretion, nutrition. These are all life processes. So to continue the life processes, energy has to be supplied. From where the energy is coming out? We are eating the food. Due to chemical reaction, during digestion, energy is produced. That energy is utilized for the survival of us through the different type of life processes. So this is also a chemical change, because once the food has been digested, it is not going to return back into the original form. Now the last one, cooking of food. This is the easy example you have learned earlier also, that once the raw vegetable has been converted into cooked food, it cannot be converted back into the raw vegetables again. And the taste is also going to change, color is also going to change, composition is going to change. So totally new substance is going to form. As totally new substance is going to form, so it is a chemical change. So these are some typical chemical changes I have explained in front of you. There are more chemical changes that you have to know properly. If you have any doubt regarding any particular type of changes, that how it is chemical change, definitely you can ask me, no problem. So I hope my topic is completed today. Today I am able to explain you about some typical chemical changes, and I expect you that you are going through the video properly, and if you have any doubt you can ask me also. Or one thing you have to remember, that whatever is in there in the book, something more also I am giving you through the video, that you have to remember, because in the question I may ask you something from the video also, which extra portion I am giving you. So please go through the video several times and try to increase the knowledge of yourselves. Thank you very much.